When to start the training? We start the very first day, very gently and for short moments. At this stage, the foal is not very reactive yet. We like them to get used to the training and grooming and see it as something normal, not scary at all. First of all, we make sure the mother feels confident, calm, and trusting around us. If it's a new mare, we spend extra time with her to make her feel loved and to make her want to spend time with us. Once she is calm, the baby will be influenced by her and will also feel calm around us. This for what concerns the first period of time.
Good. So we're going to clip this little baby here. She was born yesterday night. And we're clipping our baby's faces always on the first day. Because this first day, they're not really scared of something. And we like this to become something natural for them. Because Arabian horses will obviously get clipped in their face many times in the future. And we like our babies to become easy horses. So this is as normal for them as putting the halter on. So what we do, I have someone holding the foal gently, scratching the foal, and I just do a 10 minutes little face clip. Both to get to see how the foal looks under all the wool, because it's an important part, it's an Arabian foal. And of course that it's going to learn that this is nothing dangerous. So I'm using a 15 blade for the face, and I'm just clipping the nose part. So I try just when I clip an older horse, first to touch with my hand. So that I touch with my hand while the clipper is going, so that the foal gets used to the feeling. And then I just make one little stroke. If the foal is calm, I'm going to continue to clip while we scratch or touch. And usually it's never dramatic at all. Some foals almost fall asleep because we scratch. So I'm clipping the nose part, and I'm using the natural lines on the cheekbone, like on the older horses. And I don't clip up in the forehead. I just blend underneath the dish of the horse. So we just clip a little piece. And then we also clip the ears. So again, it's super important to me not to harm the foal ever when you clip. If the foal would spook or jump, we put the clipper off, we scratch a little bit again, we touch again with the hand, clip a little bit again, just for him to be comfortable. And that's the same with the ears. I'm never grabbing the ear. We're just touching the ear with the back of my hand, and I'm touching with my finger the ear, and then with the clipper a little piece. And for that I use a 50 blade. And since we start to clip the ears of our babies, I can almost always clip the ears of my yearlings alone in the stable without the halter on, because for them it's normal. So this is a part of education in our barn. And if our young are sold later or they go to shows, I can insure them against future fights and trouble. If I give a young horse over to someone else and it's easy in as many fields as possible, for example clipping, I protect him from other people fighting. So there are many reasons for clipping, and I never saw a foal in my barn getting harmed or hurt or scared by clipping. Many people think so, but I do not agree.
5 quick steps for grooming your baby. Number 1, during the first day of the baby's life, we spend 5 minutes here and there with it. Scratching a little, stroking, touching legs, face, finding favorite spots to scratch. Number 2, we need someone to hold and keep scratching the baby. Number 3, first touch with the hand the area you want to clip. Number 4, start clipping around the nose part, following the natural lines of its face just for a few minutes. Number 5, for clipping the ears, do not grab the ears, and pay extra attention to be really gentle in order to not hurt the baby if it moves.
So this is a baby 5 or 6 days old. So I just like to explain a little bit what we do with the babies the first day or days to prepare them for future. and we put a lot of energy into making the babies trusting, if they stay here, of course, but also if some of them are sold or go to other places. Because if we can make them easy and trusting, there's a smaller risk that other people will argue and fight with them. So the easier we can make this baby, the easier it will be for him in the future. Already the first morning, they go outside. We always let our babies out very fast. And they go every day outside. And we always hold them. They don't go loose, because they also learn every day to be touched by someone. And also when outside, they learn that someone will catch them to go inside. So once we wean the babies, they know very well they must come to a human to get inside. And then we don't have a trauma. First of all, they trust people. So when they miss their mother, they have trust in their surrounding. So the little time we spend now, we win back 100 times. So we also work on just touching them everywhere. The very first day, normally we just take them like this with our hands. While in the box, they already learn to put the halter on. Just gently. That's a good baby. That's a good little baby. Yes. And just to keep the halter on for a few minutes, so that this becomes something normal very quickly. And we're not going to start to pull them on the rope right away. Already from the first days, we're teaching them to follow. So we make the rope like this, like an 8. So you can hold them like a suitcase, like they say. Because in this way, you teach him to stay with you. You can push him forward and you can stop him. So you can actually lead him around like this. So he already gets an idea of following you when you ask, stopping. So you have a little bit of control without forcing or without bending the tail or jumping with him. Meanwhile, he gets used and comfortable to have the halter on. When he's a little older, maybe a week or 2 weeks, we're going to attach the rope while holding. And then he can start to learn to follow and release from pressure, just like we did with the show training. So like this, he will learn very quickly to walk in the halter. So when you feel he's becoming safe to release, you can use less and less pressure to push him forward. And very soon you can take this away in the back. So this is how we teach all our babies. So they always walk with us next to the mother, not loose. So that's what they get used to every single day, the babies. And the bonus is they become very tame. And the worst is when you have weanlings arriving, they're used to run with their mother loose, and they try to pass you at the gate. They just want to go in, but they don't want to come to you. They don't have a reason, because they know they can get in anyway. So then you need to work on trying to find a way. When they know this is the only way to get inside, it's much easier to have them come to you. So this is a super important lesson for us. Yes. Okay. So halter on and off every day, and leading with this rope. Okay. So with one hand, actually, you can take a mare and a foal without big struggle. So.
Tips. We teach the babies to wear a halter very early. In the first days, the halter will be put on for a few minutes, while still scratching and cuddling. We also lift the feet almost daily while scratching. They are also never running loose besides their dams on the way to pasture and back. We first teach them to be brought out with a lead rope and butt and chest, safe and easy. In this way, they learn the routine of coming to humans when it's time to go in or out. Plus, the risk of foals racing into the barn loose, sliding on the concrete floor, adds to the advantages of leading them. We try to handle the foals daily, and even if sometimes it's only for a few minutes, those minutes should be good, pleasant, and educational. We like our foals wanting to be around us. During the first year, we clip the face of our babies regularly, and they fast become easy and happy with it without any fight or fear.
So this baby is 2 weeks old now, and she is walking well in hand already. We make her a little suitcase with the ropes, so I can lead her around without danger for her. She's also learning already to stay with me. We have been touching her everywhere. I like her to get used to this, to feel safe, comfortable. Try to find places where she loves to be scratched. Touch her legs. So all this is helping her in the future to be a secure, easy horse. Lifting a little bit her foot. Good girl. Just a little. Few seconds. I'm touching her like I do with the older ones, between her ears. Already teaching her it's okay. Her eyes, nose. I just like her to feel fine with me around her. Many foals are ticklish under their belly, but if she jumps a little, I don't mind so much. I'll just keep touching, trying to make it comfortable for her. Good girl. Yes, that's a good girl. And if I don't do this now, and she becomes 5 years old, it's not so easy if she doesn't like this. So if it's uncomfortable for her, I'm not going to challenge her and scratch around, but I keep my hand here until she's quiet, and then she gets a scratch. So we found a place she doesn't like. I'm not going to aim to that place, but I'm going to happen to touch it. And when she allows me, I let free, so that she learns that this is a part of it. Good. And she will learn that this is okay. Then we're going to teach her with a halter. So I'll use a little baby halter. Halter on. Turn back. And this we start already the first days, that she's used to it. And the first day she's going to just walk around with this halter without any pressure. It's just sitting there. So we walk to the fields like this. My little suitcase. And this she has done since she was 1 day old. Now she must do it without her mother because there's a camera. But she's super. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. There's Mama. And then the next step is to attach the rope on her and start to teach her while I hold her, so she's safe, to react on the pull. When she reacts, I let loose, so that she learns. As soon as she gives a little bit, I will give too. And this is the first part of leading. See, just one little leg. She doesn't need to walk many steps with me. I will ask a very small question. Come. Come. Good, baby. And I must use timing. I must feel, as soon as she gives a little bit, all free, that she doesn't feel forced and panicked, but realize, as soon as she releases, I do too. Same with stopping. Up. Pulling a little bit. Good, baby. Good, baby. So that's the first little lessons of walking. And this we do for 5 minutes on the way out and in. We let her loose in the pasture, and she will not walk inside loose. We will always catch her. That she learns that she will only get in if she comes to a human and she gets her halter on. Because that will make it easier later when we wean her, when she's without mother, that she knows I must come to the people, put the halter on, and then we go. So we never need to chase the babies. So, just a few minutes, that's enough for a small one. That's it. Good girl, eh? Such a good girl. Oh yes, such a good girl.
Tips. We do daily training sessions with our babies, just for a few minutes and just with small tasks. At the very first reaction we get, we immediately reward them. The timing is really important. We spend lots of time teaching our babies to be touched in every part of their body. Doing this will prevent future issues of horses that are scared of being touched on their ears or belly or foot. We must be patient and do it for a few minutes at a time. This daily handling will exclude a lot of stress, fear, misunderstandings, and frustrations. Once the foals are weaned, they will be trusting, well-educated, and independent. Thanks for watching Lesson 6, When to Start the Training. Remember to start the training of your baby from the very first day, just with simple things for a few moments. Teach your baby to be touched everywhere in its body and to walk with you from the barn to the pasture and back. Clip regularly the face of your foal. Pay attention on how you hold its ears and to not hurt the foal in any way during the clipping.